Let's actually do the show, shall we? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court of the Rings on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am Lotro's community manager, Cordovan, and I am here today to talk a little bit about the latest news and talk about the latest events going on. We can talk about your questions, tell you a little bit about what's going on. We've got some events in the works. And actually just some very exciting times. Harvest Math launched as well. This particular character is on its way through chapter 3.3, so I think I'm at least going to start doing that, and then I'll probably head over to the festival a little bit later on. But I did want to welcome everybody to the show. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. I don't have any news for you this week on that race change token. As soon as I know, as soon as I hear that it's something that is formally going to get put into the catalog, as it were, for purchase, I will let you know. I have not heard of an ETA on that, however, so I don't have a good answer for you today. Sorry. Alright, I am not seeing any chat on YouTube, but I do see that I'm live there, so it may be that it's just not on Lord of the Rings /live, but rather whatever new system they're using. Alright, I will Loopy Lop Lop put a bug in chat related to the Dower Hands and the Glimmer Deep missions. I will put that into my notepad, but I'm also going to call up a little thing here while I do that. Because we have got a small patch in the works for next week. And it's a very small patch. This is not the PVMP patch. This is basically as small a patch as we can get it and still have it do a few things. But let me see. There was I could have sworn I saw something about Glimmer Deep in there, so let me double check that. Where did I put it? Okay, well, I can't find it now, but we have a small patch of just a couple of release notes set for next week. And then we do have a more significant patch set for the near future, which does include that PVMP work that has been discussed. I saw an article this week that says it's been delayed. I guess that's technically true based on the words I used. But the thing is it's actually been scheduled. It's still scheduled for the thing it's been scheduled for this whole time. It's just that things that weren't patches became patches. As it were. Oh, I think I forgot to... I let it time out. Well, that's fine. I will do a quick login and get that free stuff. Okay, fine. Glowin. By the way, I think I'm right on that pronouncer. Glowin? I heard someone say that, I believe it was professionally the other day, and they called it Glowin, and I was like, oh, that's how you say his name? Gosh, I sure am an idiot. Meanwhile, everyone in chat is like, I know, right? Yeah.
To what do I owe such scrutiny?
The western side of Limlock, okay. Emok. This way is west. Okay. There he is. Alright, I will get to your questions here in a second. Let me see. So, we do have the PVMP work. There was a post that Vastin made on the forums talking a little bit about that. You can just find that in the Lotro Dev Tracker. That's the latest word on PVMP. We do have some work incoming here in the near future, so groovy. All right, Owen and Glowin. That's how I always thought about them. He'll always be glowing to me. I know. I learned my own. I am my own special Tolkien scholar, and no one else. The learned may say that I'm completely ignorant, but hey, it's just a possibility. I'm just saying it's one of many possibilities of what you could choose to call these people if you wanted to. Most people would say you'd be wrong to do so. I would say, hey, I just learned it wrong when I was reading the books back in the day, and my internal brain came up with its own pronunciation, and then when the need arose, that internal brain became the external voice from which I spoke said names. I'm doing my best. Glowing, huh? So, let me get, while I'm doing this here, praise Runerick knocked outside the lodge. Okay. Okay, yep. So, let me get real quickly to the Harvest Math Festival. That is probably the most immediate news, is that the Harvest Math Festival has arrived. It went live on the 28th, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, and is running through November 23rd. It'll be shut off on November 24th at 3 a.m. Eastern. That launched this week with new cosmetics. The feedback on those new cosmetics has been similar to the feedback that the art department received when we saw it inside of the office, which is, yeah, awesome stuff. So I think if you're into any of that sort of thing, you're going to enjoy the Harvest Math Festival cool rewards to be had. I would mention as well that we do have a 25% crafting XP weekend going. That began yesterday at 10 a.m. Eastern and runs through the 1st through Sunday, being shut off on Monday early at 3 a.m. Eastern. I would also point out that the curator is here. I know many of you would like the curator to stick around longer than it is currently scheduled for, but that is not something I personally have the ability to adjust. The curator is currently set to run through November 8th, being shut off on November 9th at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So through the 8th there on the curator, so get that stuff turned in if you would like to, through November 23rd on the Harvest Math Festival. Let me move on.
Let us see if Irsa has trained you well in the art of appraising. Your friend.
Alright, actually, checking my own audio, it sounds to me like my music needs to go down a little bit, and my voice needs to go up, so let me take care of that, please. Change that. Ambient sound. Sound effects is probably okay, and I'm just going to turn the master down then to compensate a little bit. Okay.
Your friend.
Yeah, that's better.
Told me one of his ravens escaped the arrows of the orcs.
If that is true, your dwarves will soon march upon the very gates of Gundabad, there to face Gorgar the Ruthless. I wish you good fortune. You have proven to possess a more caring heart than I expected, and I do not wish for you to needlessly throw your life away on a doomed errand. And yet, I too have some training in appraisal. Your own hardness and resolve are not to be underestimated. Perhaps you will yet see victory at Gundabad, Stampion. Hello, Glowin.
Even now, Telgear's winging to Scarhall to warn Durin about the new Lord of Gundabad.
Alright, meet up with Imlock, south of the gorge, defeat goblins, collect discarded weapons at Sundergrot. Talk to Venko on the grassy slope east of Sundergrot, and talk to Imlock beyond the bridge at Scarabrig? Scarabrig. But, you know what? I think I am not going to do that. I think instead what I'm going to do is quick log out and log back in so I get the quest actions available, and then pop over to the Harvest Math Festival here while I go through chat. It'll be a little easier to do chat. I will also get to Extra Life. Thank you so much, Wayward Plane, for bringing that up. That is a big deal, and that is happening here in just a little bit. As a matter of fact, a week from tomorrow is our game day. Yes, a week from tomorrow is our game day for Extra Life. Tentatively, I haven't actually put the calendar together yet. That's on me. It's almost like we've been busy releasing stuff. Nonetheless, it's going to roughly go noon to midnight on twitch.tv/LotroStream. There we go. Jury untidy mess? Really? What's up with that? I would need to check that. But here we go. Popping on over to the Festive Yule. What post am I returning to from Vastodon PVMP? I could have sworn I saw something. Let me take a look. Maybe that is an old post. I will have to take a look at that. Let me see. Nonetheless, let me get started here. At least pick up the wrapper. And while I see, I can do other things. So.
Could I take a moment of your time?
There we go. Make sure you pick these up. I am notoriously terrible at doing so, but there you go.
Don't you turn your back on me? Good day. Might I have a word with you? Hello there.
I'm not going to get started on Treats or Trickery. I got started on that yesterday. There's some good resources on the forums if you're interested in that. If you want to just go direct to it. I went through my own neighborhood. I would say that the general public house that I've created over on Landreval here, I did put a Treats or Trickery mat down. I'd have to look up my own address here for a second. I'm just going to pick up some of these quests while I do that. Oh, the third auto-bestowed one? Okay. Let me do that. Wait a second, I'm not seeing a third auto-bestowed. Oh. Thank you. Great. Alright. We should be set then. Alright. Thank you for the reminder on that. Alright. Sorry. Okay, well, that must be an old post then. Nonetheless, we do have some work in the works for PVMP. Let me do two things. I'm going to quick drop into chat. This is a Treats and Trickery doormats link. That was put together on the forum. So where did I see that about PVMP? You're right. It's the October 2nd post is the one I was talking about. So, and then there's only been a couple posts afterwards, a couple of which got deleted yesterday, so that's why it got brought to my attention. Nonetheless, we do have for our next patch of significance, we do have a small patch set for next week with just a handful of changes. This is not going to be that patch. It'll be the one that we tell you it's in, but it'll be a patch of significance that's going to be happening in the near future for Lord of the Rings Online. We are going to be doing some PvMP work to boost up Creepside and to put in place some behind-the-scenes abilities to better dial in Creepside versus Freepside balance here, and that will be in place after the next significant patch. At one point, that was going to be called 28 Patch 1, or Point 1, but then another patch ended up becoming that Point 1, so this will maybe be Point 2. And it'll involve mostly work just to boost up Creepside a bit to balance against the current state of Freepside, and then put in place that balance work. Those are the two main objectives of that PvMP patch that'll be coming up here. Like I said, not next week's patch. Maybe the one after that? I don't know. It depends where it ends up shaking out, but that's something in the near future. Okay. So, Extra Life, let me take a moment here to talk about Extra Life and put up something on the screen. Alright, so you can take a look at Extra Life here and just see how amazingly well we have done this year. It's incredible the work that the Lotro community has done this year to crush our goal ahead of our game day, which is taking place on November 7th. And that is just an absolutely incredible amount of money. That puts us, I believe, I'm seeing the leaderboards when I log in, and I currently see us at number 14 overall team rank. Now that's going to quickly change once game day happens and a bunch of the big names come out there, right? And end up raising probably a lot of money that would very quickly sort of move us down the leaderboards. The leaderboards aren't important. Ultimately, though, it is a current significant height that underscores the just generous donations that have taken place. I wanted to mention that I did this week get message read receipts out to everybody who private messaged me on the Lotro forums. So, except for the last 24 hours. So I guess maybe I'm a day late here. There's probably still a handful that came in over the last day or so. I don't have you yet. But as of, if you PM'd me as of more than 24 hours ago, you should have a read receipt by me. So. Okay, yeah, let me actually do that, though. I'm gonna do Chosen Trickery. Why not? I will switch to my horse in a second, but if I recall... Oh, actually, I will switch to my horse now, because there's one up the hill. That's what's up. Alright, so I think I covered PvMP. I think I've covered Extra Life now. I mentioned the patch next week. As you know, War of Three Peaks is now live.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Alright, so the way I have found to do this the easiest is just to call up my thing. And this is... it's not Tug, it's... trying to remember what the... It's not... Shiver's one of them, but that's not this. This is like the pull at your pants thing. Pick. There we go.
How do you do?
Oh, isn't it pick? Oh, I need to double click it. That's what's up. I double click on pick. There we go. Now off to the next. I picked up the new steed in one of my other characters here yesterday. And it looks great. I really, really like it. I'm not sure. Let me think of what else I should mention. So I could mention that some significant work was done this week as well to address some of the purchase issues that have been taking place since the launch of War of Three Peaks in the new Lotra market. In particular, there were a bunch of currencies that were getting really purchase not completed messaging that were news to them because many of these currencies had been used for other kinds of purchases in the past in different locations, like the old Locher market, or perhaps as a way to pay for VIP or something like that in your Locher account. So we did some work this past week, and many of those currencies should now be working correctly. There are still, of course, some payment methods in that are going to need customer service assistance. So if you do run into a purchase flow issue, please do get in touch with us through help.standingstonegames.com. Have to be a little bit patient with CS as they have a lot of tickets to work through right now related to War of Three Peaks and purchases, but they are getting to those tickets and cooking through them pretty good. So I believe that if you send in a ticket today, you should hopefully have your issue addressed in the near future. And this one is burp. There we go. All right. And the next two are, there's the fishing pole person, and it'll come to me, hopefully. So I've put, anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff here for Harvest Math. If you are into it, which I am, you're going to, I believe, be pretty pleased with the new stuff this year.
Hello there.
This one is Tantrum. Then where is that last person? I think it's still over here somewhere, though. Here-ish, right? Oh, I think I know. It's over by the stables, right? Is it over here? Yeah. Okay.
Hello there.
Shuddering all over. Okay. That one is basically the collar? Is that what it is? Can't think of the name of the... No, it's none of those. Right? As soon as my brain sees it, I'll... Oh, shiver. Here we go. Okay, cool. Yay! Okay.
How do you do?
I would suggest going for the tokens. You do you. And then most of the rest of these, I think I should be able to just tear through from the Haunted Burrow. I'll have to do the Dino Just one, I think, first, right? What? Oh, I have to... Well, I must be... Oh, here we go. Is this it?
Hello there.
Yeah.
Might I speak with you a moment?
No, that's not it. Oh, there we go. The cellar door appears. And that is the apple one? Is that right? Is that the apple one? I think that's the apple one, isn't it? At the base of the hill, which was... here we go. Where's that? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm taking a look at chat here. I know that our Guardian folks want us to do some work on the class. I have passed along that feedback. Hopefully I'll have news for you in the future. I have, Coal Cash, I believe, discussed, probably since you made that post, about the purchase issues. Let me know if there's something more specifically you need me to discuss with you. I did talk about the race change token earlier, which is that as soon as I know more, I will let you know. But at this time, there is nothing to announce regarding availability of the race change token. And where is that bucket? It's down here somewhere, right? Yeah. And let me watch out for nosy or bobbers to be. And this one is off, if I recall. Where? Okay. Yeah. That is... Or am I'm not seeing that. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm going to let him start moving away a little bit. I got time. I don't want to fail this. All right. Should I run featured instances? Yeah, that's a good idea. I should actually be doing that more than I do. That sounds like a cool plan. I'll start adding that to the roster. We'll see. We'll see. Motion sickness kicking in watching me do this. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, I myself have to admit I am somewhat sensitive to that, so I do apologize. Perhaps just listen rather than watch if you need to. There we go. Yay. Oh, hey, this person's got the new cosmetic. Check this out, huh? Pretty cool. Oops. Well, that person had the new cosmetic. Alright, let me turn back on. So, I need to figure out why I'm not able to get in there. Oh, Lobelia. Oh, I gotta speak to Lobelia. Okay. And that is... Yep. Right. Lobelia is in the Shire, right? Am I totally wrong about that? I could have sworn... I don't want in league. No, no. Or is she up on the gate here? Yeah. Sorry. I don't know how to jump a fence. There we go. There you are. Hello.
How rude.
I know where the gaffer is.
What do you need? I want a word with you. Just a moment.
You know, I have not been using the bore mount. I should be using the bore mount, shouldn't I? Let me switch over to that.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Can't a body be left alone? How rude! Well, the gall of some folk. It's been a foul day, it has. Don't walk off. I need to speak with you.
Oh, man, we are doing her wrong, aren't we? What the heck? Okay. There we are. Okay. There you are, number 1.
Well, the gall of some folk.
And the attic, if RC is not here, but is that, no, here we are. Alright, so all I have is the cobweb wing. Okay. Which is right here. Sorry. Oh yeah. And Opal, I can't remember where Opal is. Oh, at the party tree. There you go. Alright. And then to get out, we go through... Not here. Oop. There we are. There's the creeping wing, and then from the creeping wing, we can go to the basement. And then from the basement, we can go to... Oops. There. And where? There we are. I'm lost in the burrow. Why am I like this? Crap. Alright. Oh, I can get out through the mystery door. That'll be fun. Psst. There we are.
Cannot a body be left alone?
Seven. All right.
Can I take a moment of your time? A lovely day, isn't it?
Alright, the attic. Okay. There we go.
How do you do? Stay and have some tea.
Alright, cobwebbed wing it is. So let me look up that embers thing. So here... yes, so Morellian wants to know, can I talk any more about the reasoning behind not having quests that reward embers? Let me say that there are discussions underway that might be a little too early right now to talk much about, but we will have more to say about that in the future. I think we may make an adjustment there, but that would not be ready, I don't think, for next week's patch. So let me hold off on commenting further on that, other than to say that we have been reading that feedback, and I believe we do have some things in the works that will hopefully help alleviate that concern. Go. All right, let me see what else do I need to talk about.
A lovely day, isn't it?
That should be 9. Let me take care of the wailing in the creeping wing, and then that'll be a nice even 10 here for the live stream, so I think that'll work pretty good. We do have some really cool events happening this weekend in-game. So check the Lotro Beacon. That'll be out a little bit later this afternoon. I've got a full rundown on like some of the concerts. We've got some cool Halloween things happening in addition to Harvest Math. And yeah. So, oops, that's not where is that in here? I think that's this way. No. This way. Okay, yeah, candle. Let that person take care of it first here. There we are. Let me, I will try to reply to your question. Someone's encouraging me to better read chat and respond to their concern. I will endeavor to do that here in the near future. Let me get outside of the maze here first, though, huh? People are probably watching this and saying, "Oh my God, Cord, there's a way easier way to get to the end." This is just a kind of a quick pattern I can do in my sleep, which is why it's the way I have learned to do it. Once I get my bearings, that is. Alright, and this will be 10. Nice.
Hello there.
And I didn't even start right away at noon.
Hello there. What can I do for you this fine day?
Don't have enough for that Seed of the Autumn Sage. You do need 60. But you can see we've got like the comparison and mask. We've got some new cloaks, cosmetic raven wings. Actually, I can probably do that, except I don't want that on this character. I want to get that mount, so I'm gonna... The cloak is really cool too. I could get the cloak maybe. Then there's vestments. The cowl and hat's real cool. So, anyway, I guess that's probably going to do it here for the live stream. Let me get to that last question, though. Let me see. Can we have more information regarding the long-awaited work on the Warden class? No. I have not heard of any work on the Warden class in the near future. Perhaps that work will be done. One of the challenges in being asked weekly about when are you going to fix my class, when are you going to fix this class, when are you going to fix this class, is that typically until that information gets in the form of a check-in, release note by the developer doing the work, there's really not much to talk about. And we've never had a set schedule for, okay, this update will be this class, and then this update will be the burglar class, and this update will be the warden. We've never really done that. And it's unlikely that we will be doing that kind of specific work in the near future. Instead, we'll be doing, I think, a rolling, never-ending amount of class balance work that will come out across the board based on when things are checked in, get through the process, and get released. But in the same way that I don't exactly see us having a Guardian update, I don't see us having a Warden update, but I do see us having Guardian work and Warden work in the future. Does that hopefully answer the question okay? Will we see any version of boar mounts from festivals in the future? Certainly not this year. There are, commercial and other reasons we're doing it the way we're doing it, right? But maybe. There's nothing saying we couldn't. Let me put it that way. All right, so that is that question. I think I have taken care of chat, maybe, huh? We've got, the Grifflet stream happening here in just a little bit. The Tolkien Professor will be on. Druid's Fire will be on later on. And the day after that... Why is the Hobbit 3 dance not in the loot table for Extra Life? My understanding is I do not currently have the ability to distribute the Hobbit 3 dance as part of the community loot list. If that ever changes, I know there's interest out there. I don't know the history of why that dance is not allowed in the game, but it may be a license thing. It may be, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. Either way, I do not currently have the ability to offer that dance as part of Extra Life. Sorry about that. I know for some reason it technically exists, but yet it doesn't exist, and that's about the most I can really say. Oh no, Hobbit 3 comes from one of the festivals. Okay, so why not Hobbit 3? There is one of the dances that is no longer around. I thought that was Hobbit 3, but I must be getting it confused with another dance that's out there. All right, let's wrap it up then. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I appreciate you being here. I will be here next Friday with more Court of the Rings on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Hope you have a happy Halloween if you're celebrating that. Whatever you're celebrating, hope you have a good weekend, either in-game in Lotro or elsewhere. Stay safe. Be happy, everybody. And I will talk to you in the future. And here, let me just... there you go. Pretty groovy. So, bye-bye, everyone.